All right. Number 10. A number cube has sides numbered 1 through 6 and is rolled 1,920 times. Part A says how many times would you expect the result to be an odd number greater than 4? Now this is a predictions problem, meaning we've got to find the probability of the event first and then multiply it by the number of times we're going to roll the die. So it's wanting to know how many times we expect it to be an odd number greater than 4. So let's find the odd numbers greater than 4. On a number cube, we have 6 options for outcomes. You have the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Specifically in this problem, we're wanting an odd number greater than 4. So our numbers greater than 4 are 5 and 6, and only 5 is greater than 4 and odd. So 5 is the one number we're looking at in this problem. So the probability that we select 5 or roll a 5 on a number cube is 1, because there's 1 5, out of 6, because there's 6 different options. Now to find out how many times we would expect to see that 5 be rolled after rolling it 1,920 times, we're going to take the 1 6 and multiply it by the number of times we roll. So we're going to multiply 1 6 times 1,920, and since it's a whole number, we're putting it over 1. And then we just got to multiply it out. 1 times 1,920 is 1,920. 6 times 1 is just 6. And because this is a predictions problem, we do not want to keep our answer as a fraction. We want it as a whole number. So we're going to divide that out. So in our calculators, we're going to put in 1,920 divided by 6, and we'll get the answer of 320. So then on part B, we are still working with a cube that has sides numbered 1 through 6, and it's still going to be rolled 1,920 times. However, part B says how many times would you expect the result to be a number less than 3? Well, let's list out our numbers again. On a number cube, we have the option of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And specifically, we're looking at the numbers less than 3. So all the numbers on the left-hand side of 3, because 1 and 2 is less than 3. So we're looking at 2 numbers out of the 6 total numbers. So the probability that I roll a number less than 3 is 2 out of 6. Then to find out how many times then we would see the 2 or 1 be rolled when we do it 1,920 times, is we're going to take the probability of it happening, 2 out of 6, and multiply it by 1,920 times over 1. Because once again, it's a whole number, and when we multiply with fractions, we put whole numbers over 1. And then we type it in our calculator. 2 times 1,920 gives us 3,840 over 6 times 1 is 6. And predictions problems never want fractions. They want whole number answers. So we're going to do our last step of dividing out. 3,840 divided by 6. And our final answer for number 10, part B, is 640.